now.
Well, my mother had an angel for prayer in her car, and I had given it to her 3 months before this accident happened. And she's not one to put angels in cars, but she clipped it right onto her visor. She took it out of, she took it out of the old car and she put it into the new car that she got, and she clipped it right on, and it really was important. So what are the different types of angels? You have the guardian angels, you have the archangels.
Right.
Those would be the two major.
And there's like angels.
Angels.
Everyone that's born is given at least one guardian angel. Everyone.
At least one.
Everyone gets one guardian angel
at
least.
Do you know the names of people's angels?
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't want to know. That's yours to know.
That's yours to know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, sometimes I think psychics, they ask people information it's really not their business to know. I choose not to tell people things that it's not my business. I feel like I don't want to know your business. I just want to help you with whatever it is you need help with.
It's their own personal
That's
angel.
right, and I respect that.
Sure.
Everyone gets a guardian angel. It all depends on the importance of a person. They may be given multiple angels. Most people that are of importance, like presidents and ministers or whatnot, they may get 3 or 4. I mean, people can have an unlimited number of angels, but for the most part, it's anywhere from 1 to 3. All right, based on your importance and what the importance is of your destiny or your journey. Then there are angels, and these are the people, people that maybe come in your path, or you may encounter, or just situations.
So what's the difference between what is an archangel?
An archangel are like an overseers. They are basically what they sound like. They're like the big guys who watch over the little guys, make sure they're doing what they have to do. So if you look at the level of people, then you have people on this level, and then just above you are the angels, tons and tons of angels, and then the archangels. Make sure that these angels are doing what they're supposed to do. Now,
the overseer.
Exactly.
The shop steward.
So they're the ones that check in with God and say, all right, then, they're doing their business, they're doing their job, everything's okay down there. Right. And, they're the closest to God. But from what I understand, I mean, there are people who claim to be experts and say that there are 12 or more archangels. It's not true in my perception. My truth is that there are 7 archangels. Archangel Gabriel did say, I am one of 7. I can absolutely be certain of what I call the Fab Four, the 4 archangels, Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel. I'm absolutely positively certain of them. It's a little iffy about the other 3. I believe that Samuel is in there, and that the other 2 are undecided, but
I know many years ago, my teacher, who's a master healer and healed me of multiple sclerosis many years ago, he identified my top angel as Pleione. That's her name, and she's amazing. If I go into Manhattan and I have to be somewhere, it doesn't matter where I have to go, wall-to-wall cars, I'll just say, Pleione, get me a spot. And she'll say, go make 2 lefts, make a right down this road, and then go up 3 blocks, and the spot will be on the right-hand side. And it's always exactly there. I mean, she's amazing.
Yeah. I've heard people say that.
I love her. I mean, she always helps me with everything. Now, what about, so guardian angels would be someone like that helped my mother when she had that accident?
Your guardians. I mean, you'll have people say, like their parent was passing, and there was an entity that entered the room, and I said, well, that's their angel coming to prepare them to go home, and they should bring you comfort. It should not be a scary feeling, because
I have a strange thing to mention as an aside. Someone that I had dated for a while, many years ago, bought me this figure, and she looked like an angel of harvest. She had wings, and she was holding, something that was for like harvest time. It was autumn, and then I put her away because it was summer, and then when I took her out of the cabinet, she fell, and both of her wings came off. Actually, I like her better without the wings. And she's, you know, fits better on the space where I put her on the counter. But is there any meaning to that you can see? I mean, it's a little strange. Both her wings came off, not one. And they came off so perfectly. Like, it was like, it doesn't even look like she ever had wings.
Maybe she was never meant to have them. Maybe that was her true essence, was to be what she was after she'd fallen.
But
and especially if
why?
nothing else fell off but the wings, it just appears that it should have never been made with. You know.
That's exactly what I felt, that it was like a misnomer.
Absolutely.
Like they almost, it's a silly thing, but it was almost like they forced it on, you know, to say this is an angel, but something like that is not an angel.
No.
It just was.
It didn't want to be an angel.
Exactly.
No, it didn't want to be, and it was in its I mean, I believe that everything. There are no. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that they are either God instances or on purposes. I think things happen because
But the
they're
bigger question, Diana, is what's the point of it falling and the wings coming off? I mean, so what? You know, someone would say, so it fell, so the wings came off, so what?
It may have been, actually, it may have been indicative of the relationship, saying, as, you know, the relationship had fallen, but I'm still here. Hello.
Exactly.
You know, that's the message I would feel.
Yes, well, that's true about that person. That is true. Now, you went through some really traumatic experiences, you know, throughout your life, and they led you to your mission with the angels.
Right.
Would you like to tell us about that?
Sure. I fell upon entering work. I slipped and fell, and I had a neck condition that was just fine after the surgery in 2001. When I fell flat on my bum and twisted my neck and slammed my arm, and basically took my job. I had no insurance. Took my job about 5 weeks to decide it was workers' comp. And then 3 weeks after that, I was let go on some mysterious issue, really ridiculous. I kind of fell into a massive depression. By October, I was seriously suicidal. I had truly, I'm going to get teary, truly contemplated suicide. I mean, desperately. I cried for about 4 months straight, and finally, I thought, all right, I can't kill myself because it would devastate my daughters. It would kill my husband. All right, well, it's out of my hands. And I just said, you know what, God, listen, I can't do this. You got to take this from me because I can't do this. I've tried. It's not working. And at that very, very second, it was like a light came over my head. And it was this huge light that came through the top of my head, touched my heart. And I just opened up and went, oh, thank you, thank you. Because I felt like this tremendous weight had been lifted from me. And I knew upon knowing that that was the Holy Spirit, I knew that I was touched by God, and I knew that I was blessed. And from that moment on is when I developed an incredible relationship, not only with God, but with his messengers, the angels. And it's been incredible. 1 year journey is just absolutely amazing.
That is such it's such a heartfelt story, and it was like you had to go from the darkness.
Yes.
And that brought you right into the light.
Well, I now realize that. I now realize, I mean, and hindsight is always lovely. I now realize that I had to go through and experience the pain I did in order to become the person that I am.
Oh, totally.
And it's, it's amazing.
Now, when you first received these angelic messages, what did you feel you were getting?
Just thoughts, random thoughts, you know, because I thought, well, you know, I've lost 3/4 of my right hand, which obviously my dominant here, more than half of my left hand. I can't sit. I can't do this. I can't, read or whatever, hold a book for any length of time. So I thought, well, what can I do? And, all of a sudden I got this random thought out of nowhere, oh, I could be a Reiki healer.